Whenever I say the term video game company, what do you think of? Nintendo is usually a pretty common answer. Nowadays, it doesn't take much to know what Nintendo is, as its influence in the gaming industry is one of the biggest there is. Right now, we are going to look at the origins of Nintendo, as well as the home consoles it has produced. So without further ado, let's get jiggy with it. It's a reference. Originally, Nintendo didn't produce video games, but actually playing cards. The company was created in 1889 and still continues to produce playing cards today. However, the company moved on to different things after the 1970s. After an era of testing different kinds of cards and games, Nintendo realized it was going flat. Nintendo invented some handheld video games and arcade games, and in 1975, its fortunes changed for the better from the arcade game Donkey Kong. In 1983, Nintendo produced its first home console, the Famicom. In 1985, it received a rework and a USA port, as well as a name change, to the Nintendo Entertainment System, or the NES. It was widely received as a success and helped save Nintendo from its slump. Some notable titles from the NES include Super Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, Excitebike, and Duck Hunt. In 1989, Nintendo announced plans for its next console, the Super Famicom. Later renamed to the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, or the SNES, this console would feature a 16-bit processor, which would increase the stats of the system in almost every way over the regular NES. The era is also when the console wars between Nintendo and Sega started, and therefore increased the competition to create better content. Notable games include Super Mario World, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Donkey Kong Country, and Super Metroid. In 1996, the Nintendo 64 was released. This system was the oddball of the era due to its use of using cartridges for its games instead of CDs, but its processing power still reigned over the other systems thanks to its 64-bit processor. Notable titles include Super Smash Bros., Super Mario 64, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, Star Fox 64, and Banjo-Kazooie. In 2001, Nintendo produced the Nintendo GameCube. The system provided smoother polygons, introduced games as CDs, and provided updated aesthetics in general. However, it was considered a commercial failure due to the slight hole that the Nintendo 64 dug, as the GameCube was not able to sell as well. Notable games include Metroid Prime, Super Mario Sunshine, The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, and Super Smash Bros. Melee. In 2006, Nintendo released the Nintendo Wii, which featured yet more updated graphics, a wireless controller with pointer technology, and motion being a key aspect in these games. The games would be built with the motion aspect in mind, and for the games that used it well, received much praise for it. The console has sold over 100 million units, making it the most sold console of the generation, and the third highest selling console of all time. Notable titles include Wii Sports, which it seems everyone has played at least once, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess, and Super Smash Bros. Brawl. The most recent title to be released is the Nintendo Wii U. Most people confuse it as the regular Wii, but the Wii U comes with a tablet/gamepad that you can take into other rooms and play, and includes high-definition graphics for the first time for Nintendo. It is still in the middle of its shelf life, but the Wii U is selling very poorly, as it is the lowest selling device for Nintendo ever. Notable games include Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Pikmin 3, Super Mario 3D World, Mario Kart 8, and Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Nintendo started an industry at a time when it would be unthinkable to do so. Video games were held to be such a popular thing when Nintendo kicked off the industry. It's pretty amazing if you think about it. Video games did not exist 35 years ago. And now they're a main distraction for children, and some adults, everywhere. Thanks, Nintendo!